What if I told you that your next video could get 1 million views? It sounds like a dream, right? But what if it's not just a dream? What if it's a strategy? Over 500 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every single minute. In that vast ocean of content, how do you make your video the one that everyone stops to watch? It's not about luck. It's about a repeatable system that top creators use to go viral, and today, I'm going to break down that exact system for you step by step. So, if you're ready to transform your channel and finally get the views you deserve, stick around. First things first, let's talk about the single most overlooked element of viral success. Truly understanding your audience. Many creators think they know their audience. They'll say, "Oh, my viewers are gamers," or "they're into makeup." But that's just scratching the surface. To create content that truly resonates, you need to go deeper. You need to create a detailed persona, a profile of your ideal viewer. What's their name? How old are they? What's their job? What are their biggest passions? And more importantly, what are their biggest problems or pain points? For example, instead of just gamers, your ideal viewer might be Alex, a 24-year-old college student who loves competitive FPS games, but struggles to find time to practice between classes and a part-time job. See the difference? Now you're not just making a gaming video. You're creating content that helps Alex solve a specific problem, like a guide to efficient practice routines for busy players. Once you have this persona, you can start analyzing their behavior. Go into your YouTube analytics. Look at the Audience tab. When are your viewers most active on the platform? This isn't just about knowing what time to post. It's about understanding their daily rhythm. If they're most active at 8 p.m., it might mean they're winding down after a long day. So, a high-energy, fast-paced video might not be what they're looking for. Maybe a more relaxed, story-driven video would perform better. Look at what other channels they watch. This isn't for copying. It's for understanding their content diet. What formats do they prefer? Are they watching long-form documentaries, quick tutorials, or personality-driven vlogs? Every piece of data is a clue that helps you build a clearer picture of the person on the other side of the screen. When you make content for a specific person, it feels personal, and that personal connection is the foundation of a loyal community and, ultimately, viral growth. Now that you know exactly who you're talking to, let's build the content strategy. This is where the magic happens. Going viral often means riding a wave, and the biggest waves in the digital world are trends. This doesn't mean you have to do every silly dance challenge. Leveraging trends is about being smart. You can find trending topics by looking at the Explore or trending pages on YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. What are people talking about right now? What songs are everywhere? What memes are taking over the internet? The key is to find a trend that you can authentically connect to your niche. If a popular new movie comes out and you run a cooking channel, don't just review the movie. Create a video where you make the food featured in the film. This way, you tap into the massive conversation happening around the movie, but deliver it in a way that is unique to your channel and valuable to your audience. But a trend is just the vehicle. Your video still needs a solid structure to keep people watching. The most successful viral videos almost always follow a simple 3-part formula: a strong hook, a clear journey or resolution, and a key takeaway. The hook is the first 3 to 5 seconds. You need to grab attention immediately. We started this video with a question. What if your next video got 1 million views? That's a hook. It creates curiosity. You could also use a shocking statistic, a controversial statement, or a quick dramatic clip from later in the video. Once you have their attention, you take them on a journey. This is the main body of your video. It needs to have a purpose and build momentum. If you're telling a story, it needs rising action and a climax. If you're teaching something, you need to present the problem, explain the steps to solve it, and show the result. The key is to keep the viewer engaged by constantly raising and answering small questions in their mind. This builds suspense and makes them want to see what happens next. This journey must lead to a satisfying resolution. The promise you made in the hook must be fulfilled. Finally, every great video leaves the viewer with something. This is the key takeaway. It could be a piece of knowledge, a new skill, a feeling of inspiration, or even just a good laugh. This is the value you provide. When a viewer feels like they gained something from your video, they are far more likely to like, comment, and most importantly, share it with others. Think about it. Why do people share videos? It's often because the video made them look smart, funny, or in the know. By providing a clear takeaway, you're giving them social currency to share. You've created an amazing video. The audience is defined, the the strategy is sharp, the content is killer. But if you just upload it and walk away, you're leaving a huge amount of potential on the table. This is where engagement and distribution come in. The YouTube algorithm loves engagement. It sees likes, comments, shares, and watch time as signals that people are enjoying your content, and it will push your video to more people. So, how do you encourage this engagement? You have to ask for it, but in a smart way. Don't just say, like and subscribe. Integrate your call to action into the content itself. Ask a genuine question related to your video. If you made a video about the best pizza toppings, end it by saying, I've made my case for pineapple, but I need to know what you think. Drop your all-time favorite pizza topping in the comments below. I'll be reading and replying to as many as I can. This transforms the comment section from a void into a community forum. Polls are another powerful tool. You can use the YouTube Community tab or even create polls within your videos using cards. Ask your audience what video they want to see next. This not only boosts engagement, but also gives you direct feedback and ideas for future content that you know your audience already wants. And don't forget the power of pinning a great comment. Find a thoughtful, funny, or insightful comment and pin it to the top. This rewards the commenter and encourages others to leave high-quality comments in the hopes of being featured. Now, for distribution, remember when we analyzed your audience's active hours? That's your golden window. You should schedule your video to go live about an hour or two before that peak activity starts. This gives the video time to get indexed and start gaining some initial traction right as your core audience is coming online. The first 24 hours are critical. An initial surge of views and engagement tells the algorithm that this video is worth paying attention to. So be active during that time. Respond to comments, share your video on your other social media platforms, and do everything you can to fuel that initial fire. The final, and perhaps most crucial, step in this entire process is to analyze and iterate. Going viral isn't a one-shot deal. It's a process of continuous improvement. After you've posted your video, your job isn't done. In fact, it's just beginning. A few days after your video goes live, dive back into your YouTube analytics. This is your report card, but don't just look at the view count. That's a vanity metric. The numbers that really matter are things like click-through rate, audience retention, and engagement rates. Click-through rate, or CTR, tells you how effective your title and thumbnail are. A low CTR means that even if YouTube is showing your video to people, they aren't clicking on it. Maybe your thumbnail is too cluttered or your title isn't intriguing enough. Experiment with different styles. Look at what's working for other creators in your niche. Are they using bright colors? Big texts? Surprise faces? Test these ideas and see what moves the needle for your CTR. Next is audience retention. This is arguably the most important metric. The audience retention graph shows you exactly when viewers are dropping off. Are you seeing a big dip in the first 30 seconds? Your hook isn't strong enough. Is there a specific point in the middle where a lot of people leave? Go back and watch that part of your video. Were you rambling? Was the energy low? Was it confusing? These drop-off points are gold mines of information. They tell you exactly what parts of your content aren't working, so you can fix them in your next video. Your goal should be to make that retention curve look less like a ski slope and more like a gentle hill. Finally, look at your engagement patterns. Where are the spikes in likes and comments? What parts of your video are people sharing the most? The key moments for audience retention feature in analytics can highlight these for you. These are your wow moments. These are the parts that truly resonated with your viewers. You need to understand why they worked and figure out how you can create more moments like that in your future content. Maybe it was a specific joke, a powerful emotional moment, or a brilliant tip. Whatever it is, that's your secret sauce. By consistently analyzing this data and using it to refine your strategy, you turn guessing into a science. Every video becomes an experiment that teaches you something new about your audience and your content. You'll learn what hooks work best, what topics get the most shares, and what editing style keeps people watching the longest. This iterative process is what separates amateur creators from the pros. It's not about getting it perfect on the first try. It's about being willing to learn, adapt, and improve with every single upload. So let's recap the system. It starts with a deep, empathetic understanding of a specific person you're creating for. Then, you build a content strategy around relevant trends, structured with an irresistible hook, a satisfying journey, and a valuable takeaway. You amplify its reach through smart engagement tactics and precise timing. And finally, you close the loop by analyzing the data and iterating, making every video better than the last. This is the blueprint. It's not easy, and it won't happen overnight. But it is a reliable path to growing your channel and, yes, even getting that million video. The power is in your hands. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you got any value from this breakdown, a like on the video would be amazing. And for more deep dives into growing your channel, make sure to subscribe. Now, I want you to go to the comments and tell me the one thing from this video you're going to implement for your very next upload. I can't wait to see what you create.